My name is Sarah Bryant, and I'm a book artist. I started Big Jump Press 2006, and under that imprint I make artist books. When I was in college, I studied painting, and I made kind of mediocre paintings. But I was always interested in making things. I made a lot of collages. I did a lot of different things that were kind of private. I didn't think of myself really as an artist. When I graduated, I did move to New York, and I worked for a book designer. And I moved around a lot. I did a lot of different things, but eventually I found my way to Alabama, where I went to graduate school to study bookbinding, papermaking, and letterpress printing. And initially, I just thought I wanted to be a bookbinder. But the first time I put ink on a press and printed, I realized that that is where my true interest lay. An artist book, in brief, is a book that's made by an artist, and that can mean a lot of different things depending on who the person is who's making the book. They can be sculptural, they can be taller than you, they can be very, very small, they can open up in a lot of different ways. When I'm making a book, I have to be pretty careful because some ideas are too big for a book. It's easy to try and tackle the whole universe. Some ideas are not complicated enough, and so there has to be this there's this range of acceptability, I guess, for how complex a project can be. And sometimes when I'm in the middle of something, I realize I'm looking too big, and I have to narrow in order to make the book be functional. There are a lot of challenges for making books. I think a lot of it is knowing when to throw an idea away. That can be the hardest thing to do, especially if that idea is how I began a project. That's one of the biggest challenges, I think, is letting go. Also, knowing when to stop designing something. There has to be a moment where you say, okay, it's done. I've got to carve this block or order that plate or set my type and get on the press and make this, kind of manifest this and take it from this evolving, shifting, changing idea into an object that I can share. One of the things that's really valuable to me, the fact that I am not just an artist, but I'm a teacher. And teaching is a circle. I think I'm having to kind of acquire new skills as questions come up. Projects that my students are doing invigorate me, and I hope that the projects that I'm doing invigorate them. And so that has been a very important part of my life, and I've been teaching for almost as long as I have been making books. I think part of why I make books is because I like to challenge a little bit the things that I see, to put a lot of different things together that maybe don't make sense on their own, but when you bring them into focus and put them in one place, you can say something new. And that's what I love about making books. And that's what I love about making books with other people, too. This award means a lot to me. There are so many people making so many beautiful projects, and so it's a huge honor to be selected. And I am just full of gratitude to my community of artists, those who I know, those whose work I admire from a distance, and those who I have not yet met.